Brilliant team pick. Gyrocopter. Ten seconds remaining.
Or something like that, and that's where I think Lion really shines. I also love this pick with the Wisp because it's another hero that can set up for relocate ganks. You blink in, you hex, you stun. That's more than enough time for the relocate to complete, and you can go from there.
Just kind of feels like a weird spell, but now it does something aggressively in terms of...
Yeah. I think the big thing is that people have been, like, it's not the Lion is being played that much, but I could definitely see a playstyle of Lion where you would skip the mana drain and then you would just keep yourself sustained off of clarities. Like, clarities have just become the default for everybody. You have a couple of clarities in your backpack, you whip one out, you top your mana off. So I think mana drain becomes a little bit underwhelming from that perspective. So at least giving it something else, giving it a slow, making it more useful against heroes, I think is definitely helpful for Lion. And now we get some OD action. I've been, I think the cat is out of the bag on this one. I think OD is probably going to be seen quite a lot across all of these qualifiers, and I would guess that we'll probably be seeing quite a bit of OD. I don't know, maybe he'll get adjusted in the... He'll get like maybe a slight adjustment in the next minor patch. I'm not saying that he's crazy over like OP or anything, but I think he is... he's gone under the radar for a little bit.
Especially after that Armel game. I mean, that's just one game out of the whole pool of games that OD has done well in. How it does here. I wouldn't be surprised if it had another good game, but I don't know. We'll see how they want to deal with it. They pick up the Sand King for Boom ID, which should... I mean, you talked about Sand King being a 4-position hero, but I think the Sand King is more likely to be in the offlane than the Night Stalker in this particular game. One would assume. Suppose.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire
Yes.
team pick.
For the Boom ID lineup, because it is something that could quite easily happen. You just focus everything on the gyrocopter and he just dies instantly.
Yeah, it might be a tough game in that regard. Keeping him safe. It depends on what this laner is going to be, obviously, but they do have a definite amount of burst damage for Fnatic, Vanity's Finger, to a certain extent. Puck is pretty good, I guess, to keep him safe. Dream Coil, counter initiation. I don't know. Is it really going to do that much? It's also against an OD. We'll see how it...
Yeah, the silence is potentially helpful. Their gyrocopter is going to have to be absolutely enormous this game, I think, for them to do anything. You know, it's kind of single core gyro, but then you're up against all this single target lockdown and burst that we've been talking about. So he's going to have to position himself really carefully, let his puck go in, have the Sand King follow up, and then, you know, maybe he finally comes in and does some damage. I just worry about the amount of damage on Boom ID's lineup. I feel like if Fnatic grab, like, if they're a little bit ahead and the Beastmaster even just has like a pipe, let's say, like, I think if Dominator is good on Beastmaster, but I think if Beastmaster just rushes a pipe this game, I think that actually they just win the game by default if they build a pipe. Like, at that point, I don't know how Boom ID kill anybody. You've got the Wisp sustain, you've got the OD save on anybody who's getting focused down. I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but I'm looking at this as a game that like I think Fnatic should probably win in less than 30 minutes. Oh, man, they're not messing around.
No, they're really not. That's not even fair, I feel like.
They have so much push now as well. Beastmaster, the Beastmaster, and the other thing to mention at this game is that they've actually got quite a bit of OD synergy. OD loves heroes that make him more survivable. OD loves being paired with Omni Knight. He loves being paired with Abaddon. You know, anybody who's got spammable heals and ways to remove disable so that he can just keep doing his thing and keep on auto attacking is amazing. But OD also loves attack speed because it's not that easy to itemize 4 on the hero, especially as an int hero. You know, you don't really want to buy Orchid or anything like that.
Right.
But he benefits from it so much. And you've got the Wisp with the Overcharge, who's bringing both survivability and attack speed. And then you've also got the Beastmaster Aura for some more attack speed on top of that. This is a very scary OD game and some nice synergy that they've picked him into.
It also helps that Abed is playing the hero.
Oh yeah, you know, that helps us all.
Probably one of the highest individual skilled players in the world. So that's pretty significant. Said this is, you know, you don't want to sound too pessimistic. This is just the draft. Anything can happen in a Dota 2 game, even the craziest draft imaginable. We'll see how it goes for Boom ID. This is not going to be an easy first game. We'll see what they can accomplish. Fnatic, of course, they've got some pretty legendary players on their team. We'll see what they can accomplish as well in terms of getting. So we'll see how things pan out. We have a bit of a pause to start things off here. And looks like it's stock standard item builds and all that over. Lie die dog WC. Does that mean his dog is going to the bathroom or?
No, I think Paladai is just being a dog and he's going to the.
All right, interesting. Thanks for the update, Envy.
Oh yeah, well yeah. If you're gonna pause, you should give a reason. I think it's pretty BS if you pause and you're just like, nope. We're just talking strategy, talking our lanes out. Like,
dude, that nothing triggers me more when people pause and they just literally stay paused. I understand like something happens, you gotta fix it, you gotta talk to an admin, but
yeah.
If you're at a LAN, that makes sense because you can just call the admin over. But if you're on an online tournament, you just pause, you don't say anything. It's like what?
Yeah, exactly.
This gives us the perfect time, though, to talk about what Fnatic loves and what Envy loves in particular. It's anime.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the Weebs in chat. I literally played initial D music right before the game.
Oh, nice.
Eurobeat. Doing it.
Is Eurobeat, real talk, is Eurobeat actually a genre? Or does it only exist within the context of
it's a real genre.
Initial D?
No. It was a real
I'm not so
genre.
sure, dude. I'm not so sure.
I guess you only hear it in initial D. That's the thing. You never hear Eurobeat, like, you never hear it on the radio. You never hear it, like, driving in the car anyway, like, unless you put it on your own particular playlist. But I guess it was popular in Europe in, like, the 80s and 90s. So.
Okay, because I've tried to look up more Eurobeat, right? And I've come up empty-handed. So if anyone out there has some Eurobeat playlists that aren't just full of Initial D songs, then you hit me up.
It's got to be not from Initial D, which I know is hard because there's like 4,000 different Initial D series, all used fucking Eurobeat. So it's pretty hype. Eurobeat's probably
it's pretty sick.
Some of the best, especially if you're working out. It's like the best workout.
I haven't been watching, so you asked if I've been watching anything. I haven't been watching anything seasonally.
This season, I go like one season watching, 2 seasons without watching. Then what I do. I haven't seen this season or last season's.
I've been on some real edgy anime recently. Been watching. What I watched all of Psychopaths. I watched the first season of Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm also watching Darker Than Black. So a bunch of edgy
series
edgy nonsense.
I've never seen before. I feel like I always get exposed whenever I talk about anime. I have like this particular like 1 or 2 genres of anime I like, and then somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I'm watching Tokyo Ghoul," which is like super popular, and Psychopaths, which is also super popular. And anyway, I'm sure. Cool.
Travis, the shonen degenerate.
Dude, I don't even watch shonen, honestly.
What do you watch?
Just, like slice of life.
Just slice of life? All right.
Honestly, well, not just, but yeah. I mean, a comedy actually is generally the genre I go for. I enjoy it.
right.
Hopefully,
Well, we
there's
got
the comedic about this game as we get into it.
Haha, nice segue, Travis.
Excellent. Perfect. All right, I can stop casting.
Quality.
That's it.
Oh, Witch Doctor's on the prowl. Get that courier.
That's cute.
Go!
Oh.
Too late.
No. Too late.
Exposed.
Too late.
Okay,
Unfortunate.
anyways.
He TPs to the bottom lane, where they're going to aggressive tri lane, interestingly enough, against this lone druid. So we'll see if Envy wants to switch things up, wants to move to a different lane, or if he's just going to have to deal with this and kind of just have this lane sacked for him.
So they are trying to pressure Mr. Eternal Envy Lone Druid here, which looks like they are going to... Wait, are they going to succeed?
Dick level 1, only people... He's fine, I'm pretty sure. I think the Tango regen... Yeah, he's fine.
Why did he kill Maledict?
I was literally just thinking that. I don't know why. Maledict's a good spell, but I don't think it's the ideal level 1 skill if circumstance, so I'm not going to question.
Like if he gets Paralyzing Cask, doesn't the homing missile connect way closer, like maybe even outside of the trees, and then they can just finish the kill? I don't know, that was a little bit strange. Lone Druid's actually quite a good hero for this like 3v1 scenario. Keep pulling aggro off the tower. And they're trying to run him down. The homing missile will eventually catch up, but not before he makes it back to like the tier 2.
Yeah, they're not going to get this. I guess they're pushing him out of lane, which is good.
There's an Orb of Venom on this bear. They're gonna...
Can they get Kescue?
Nah, I don't
Maybe?
think so.
Nah.
Bear's too slow.
Yeah, he's way too slow now.
But DJ coming in to help. Mid lane is getting dumpstered. Abed's winning that super hard. And Beastmaster also doing pretty well up top. Universe just laying into him with the axes.
I'll take that.
So, I mean, yeah, they're losing bottom. He's going to get some room now. And the Gyrocopter's not really that far ahead of him, to be fair. They had to rotate the Isle, which was whatever. DJ is going to go back then. It's not a big deal. Not that he really needs to help Abed at this point. Dark Buddy's pretty much...
Yeah, I don't even know if this is a game where Envy like needs to get a Radiance or anything. He's got the Midas queued up at the moment, but I feel like this is also a situation where you could quite easily just buy like auras and like a Maelstrom or Mask of Madness or something and still be plenty impactful.
I think the Lucas is, I believe, dead with that burrow. Oh,
Plink him, DJ.
God.
Plink him.
One auto. Oh, the self. Oh my God, is he gonna live? He has no more mana for a burrow, and Universe is actually... No, I don't think he can. Good effort. Universe will draw first blood. Yokum comes in a little too late, unfortunately. We'll try to get some damage out of DJ with a bottle charge, so it doesn't matter. And just like that, Universe getting aggressive, gets first blood. Starts things off with a bang for Fnatic. Oh, Pilot Eye, though. This might be a kill they can get. Maledict, Cask. And Homing Missile is coming. Obviously, it's 3 minutes, so there's no trying to work with. Earth Spike will come out. That might save him, but now Maledict plus an auto attack from Kescue is more than enough damage to get the kill. All right, so not a bad little exchange there. Boom ID finally getting on the board. Trying to chase down Andrew for a long while.
I still don't know if they're happy with how any of these lanes are really going. The Lone Druid's not completely shut out. They're losing top super hard. They're losing mid super hard. The supports are kind of like half-heartedly trying to keep their respective lanes on lockdown. I think they need to link the two supports back up and try and actually do something that way, because this dual lane is not killing Envy, and the dual lane top is not shutting down Universe either.
I wanted to ask you about the Keela choice for Outworld Devourer. Is this something you've seen commonly, or is this kind of just one of those things like Invoker where you see it rarely?
You see it a little bit. I think it's become more common now that they changed Pike. Because you can disassemble the Aquila and then end up with your Wraithband to go into your Hurricane Pike. So I think that's part of the reason that he goes for it here. He's even going to go for lots of little items here, also picking up the drum, which was not so common.
Abed gonna get this to be a big kill. Earth Spike, you gotta come in from Pilot Eye.
Show me the Ravage.
Trying to joke him. There it is, the 2-man Ravage from Pilot Eye. They will still get the kill, but it is not before he gets that pickup onto Yokum. And Kescue might be next. You need maybe another disable, an Earth Spike at 3, but Pilot Eye's not fast enough, even with boots. The Universe comes in. Obviously, he's not level 6 yet. He just got his phase. So it'll be a 1-for-1 trade. They could have gotten more out of it. That rotation from Universe kind of maybe hurts a little bit because he's not farming top anymore. But still, very big kill for Abed to come in. and to have Pilot help him get a kill.
Yeah, that was really nice from Boom. That's exactly what we were just saying that they needed to do, right? Put the two supports together. They're going on DJ up top. He will be able to get the tether across to Universe. He's now going to start laying in pretty heavily.
He has a fairy fire as well, and Yokum knows that he's got to back up. In fact, Yokum needs to be careful. Luckily, it is nighttime. He's pretty speedy. He has boots to work with. I think Lucas is taking a lot of damage too. Universe now. They've got the tether. They've got the axes. There's the sandstorm though. DJ comes back in.
He's still baiting, dude.
And a fairy fire. Yokum is just living dangerously. The cast will come through. It will bounce back, but it's not going to do much more than that. DJ's going to survive. Still with wand charges. And Universe is just running at the entire enemy team, it feels like. The burst strike will come in. Io comes back through. He tethers, but he might die for this. Yokum wants to skill another void back up in 2 seconds, and they will finally get it. So that was pretty well played from Boom. They could have lost any number of heroes there, but instead they do actually end up getting DJ.
Yeah, they did really well with the Night Stalker backing up when he did, healing and then re-engaging into the fight. I think that's what Fnatic were not expecting. They thought the Night Stalker wasn't going to be able to re-goose. So, yeah, doing well, but I mean, they're still getting out-farmed pretty heavily, which is a bit of a concerning sign. Pilot die, all right, 3 pies versus 1 Night Stalker, but
this isn't going to work. He has to hex onto FTC. I think he's definitely going to lose your Urban Awakening Rift. In fact, there. Pilot, just kidding. All right. And this quick buy, yeah, he has the taste already, and he's not doing poorly. He's gotten a lot more room to work with.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it is a really good Radiance game. Like, once he has it, it's so annoying for the Puck and the Sand King, since they're both so reliant on Blink Daggers. And Sand King trying to make a rotation here at level 5. This is a potentially bold move. I mean, the Gyro doesn't even have level 6. What's the plan here? I think if they both have 6, this is potentially a kill. They, like, burrow into the call down.
Well, now they have more heroes.
Yeah, but Envy has his ult, and he's got the Savage Roar as well, and Pie's sitting here.
Envy just knows. He's like, yeah, let's back up for now. Rumicell is, like, deep.
Oh,
they might
my
find Envy.
God.
They
this
already
dive.
Nice. This is a sick dive if it works. Envy's going to take a full Rock Barrage and Maledict. He's in a lot of trouble. He can Savage Roar, but I think he's still dead to the Maledict anyway, and they're going to Rock Barrage him just for good measure. Fnatic decide not to TP because they're getting a lot of work done top and in the mid lane for Abed, so not that Abed has TP to work with anyway. So pretty big kill there actually to shut down Envy, and they might find more. Pilot is getting run at by Yokum. Pilot only level 3, so it's Yokum. He has a wand for another void available. He will use it, and Pilot one more auto attack away from death, and there it is. So Boom ID find 2 and are starting to push this 2-1.
All right, I was mega skeptical of the 2 level 5 heroes going for that, but 2 kills in the tower, can't really complain. Universe is going to turn it into a tower trade at the very least. It looks like up top, making pretty quick work of it with the Inner Beast and the Phase Boots. But as I say that, Gyrocopter are going to come TPing in, and they do actually hold, so looking pretty good there. Oh, Puck needing to be careful. They got Roar. They got so many stuns here.
Yeah, they're going to Roar here in a moment. They should have enough damage. Yeah, they do. Easily, in fact. So nicely done there for Fnatic to find. That's a pretty big kill, too, to bring down the Puck.
Yeah.
First Roar also used pretty quickly. He just got level 6 on top of that.
All right.
Well, anyway. Abed's still farming like a madman, as expected.
Dreamacell, very low. Does have a salve. He'll top himself off. Now that they found a little bit of space. High, getting pretty aggressive.
He's very far up. He might die again. Yeah, he's Dunzo. Void, one more auto attack. Has dude actually getting the job done with the Maledict. Almost got a Dreamacell. Not that it really matters. FBZ does TP, which he could have just TP'd back to mid, but he involved in that fight, so he will waste some time. And again, this is the big thing. Abed is just farming up a storm. Regardless of anything else that is happening for Fnatic, Abed is doing pretty damn well at this point.
Yeah, Abed is getting big, completely uncontested. He's gone for a, I would say, a reasonably aggressive build. He's only now just picking up some points in the Astral, which he might use to start spamming and farming a little bit. But Fnatic very much seem to know that they have, I think they're all aiming kind of towards the same timing. It does seem like they're going to be going for that Radiance build on the Lone Druid, so that's really going to dictate when their go time is. Universe seems to be heading towards a Shadow Blade, so he's really looking for that, looking for pickoff, setting up for the OD to get relocated in. And I would guess that the medallion and then Solar Crest that he's going to be going for probably leads them into a Roshan as well. So the really big timing for Fnatic is going to be like Radiance on the Lone Druid, probably maybe 4-staff Blink or just the Pike on the OD, put a Aegis on him, and then just go from there.
It's interesting that Universe is going for max axes. In fact, he has it. He doesn't have a point in Call of the Wild yet. He's going for Shadow Blade, so making kind of that playmaker build, I suppose. Instead of giving him like a Necrobook to start pushing. It's interesting to see the different types of builds you can have on Beastmaster.
Yeah, this is a build similar to something that I think Ohio used to do a decent amount. He would go Dominator into the Shadow Blade. It is really just, it's nice pick off. Beastmaster actually right clicks pretty hard, so you know that little bit of extra damage from the Shadow Blade is nothing to scoff at.
Alright, it's a pretty good animation too. There's plenty of damage like you talked about. They might find Pylai again, who's had kind of a rough early game. No Death Ward. Relocate in though. They're going to try to turn this. They're looking for somebody that's not a Witch Doctor, but they'll have to settle for him, I guess. He really wants to kill on Pylai. In fact, he might get it. The Ward just comes up in time for Universe to get that kill, and they're going to earn up Pylai. So, unfortunate that the Witch Doctor couldn't get that kill, but at least they don't lose anybody else. And then he would...
Missing bottom.
Yeah, I mean, given that that's the first relocate used, I think they're not too unhappy about that situation. They've got some vision established down in the Radiant jungle. Whether or not they're actually going to be able to use that to punish anything is another question. Envy's being fairly conservative with how he's playing, just staying in the bear form, since it kind of changes the... When he's in like hero form, he can die quite easily to a 2-man gank, but the druid form the bear form takes it all the way up to 3 heroes, which is much more obvious. Like, they can pressure and farm down here a little bit, but I don't know if they can really kill him.
Midas, I think, is on the courier on the bear already. I think.
Oh yeah, it's already on the bear, and he's just scouting out for some bouncy runes. Envy, as always, an efficiency-focused player.
True. Yeah, they're gonna try to make something happen now. It's nighttime, I would assume anyway. They have phase boots on Yokum. He's level 5. Like, relocate is gonna be back up though in about 38 seconds, so. Envy will just stay safe for now, sit under just tier 2 tower. Treads are done for the OD, those just flew out. The Shadow Blade, of course, was also just picked up for Universe. So these next few minutes, try to make some more room for Envy, maybe make something happen here in terms of relocating or finding a kill or two. But Boom ID, it's going to be a lot of farming for this Gyrocopter. He is a Mask of Madness. He is 1 stack on this Ancient, and they have some other stacks that FBZ is taking, trying to get to that Blink Dagger. He has the double Null Bill, but no Veil queued up yet, so... State of the game.
Yeah, his early game has just been too disastrous, I think, for him to... Because normally you go for the Veil so that you can run around and maybe find some solo kills or like enable the team fight for your team, but it's not really happening. I mean, you could still consider it given that the Sand King's going to have Blink in a little bit, and I do think they have some slight damage problems. Universe is going to come hunting up here at top.
There is a smoke from Boom ID with some heroes. His Q then. Puck coming in, FPZ. The Universe is get a Shadow Blade though. He's probably going to run right into them. In fact, he will. They go for the kill though. He's going to see FPZ. Pops the Roar. FPZ can try to go for the Waiting Rift, Dream Coil, counter initiation. He does Dream Coil, but Universe pushes TP away. DJ does break the tether. He might die for this actually. So they're going to get a 1-for-1 trade, which is not that bad. Maybe not. Earthspike coming in. Finger! Double kill for DJ. He will get voided up and dies though, as Yokum at least picks up that support kill. But Highlight Eye. Being the right place at the right time, getting a big kill. DJ getting the 2.
I mean, they dragged all 3 cores over there and got 2 kills, only losing DJ. I think Fnatic very happy with the state of affairs. Abed just hasn't had to leave this middle lane.
He's literally been
at all the entire time. He's just been hitting creeps for 14 minutes. Fnatic making space all around him, and this is during nighttime as well. This is like half of the night gone from Boom. We're still yet to really see a Gyrocopter rotation. And you think about what TNC did in their series when they picked the Gyrocopter, they were always kind of looking for that first aggressive call down rotation, going to go and find something, but not so easy against this Fnatic lineup. I still question this Gyrocopter pick a little bit. It's like it's a stable carry, but looks like Highlight Eye's dead up here.
Now he's gonna make the rotation.
Yeah.
And they get the kill. Again, it is just Highlight Eye. Oh, Abed's finally coming top. Finally done.
Change of scenery
for now. Yeah.
There's also creeps up here.
Exactly. And they're going to look for somebody bottom. Dream itself rotated in along with SQ. Maybe they were trying to set up for a gank onto Envy, but it was spotted out. They spotted a TP.
I thought the spirits might scout out Saint, but not going to happen. Oh, there you go.
They're relocating mid. They found the puck. The work comes in, and he is done. My God. It's that easy. Universe just pops the roar, and they get an instant kill, regardless of whatever hero it is.
Yeah. DJ's so good too. He like spirit bombed him. He had the spirits just about to come off cooldown, and if you resummon them.
Epicenter, Abed could be in trouble here. He's got Astral. We'll keep him alive for now, but they need some help to get in. Pilot will come through. They're going to get off the Hex. The Sanities will get dropped down. They have the Death Ward going. Abed's still low, but he should survive now. He's a 4-step to work with. They're going to try to find Yokum very fast. Hunter the Night coming in. Andrew Lucas is another Blink Burrow. They're going to Astral up and Tether, and of course the Urn, and Abed is back to full HP. Earthspike will just narrowly miss as St. Lucas gets away as Pilot walks up, but that's Epicenter down. That's the Blink reveal. They didn't really get much done with it. And now the push comes in, and it is daytime as well, which is more important for Fnatic.
Yeah, there are actually so many little decisions, not necessarily in that fight, but the decisions that Abed has made earlier before this point that kind of saved him there. Like the fact that he went for every little item. So he went for Aquila and Wand, and he's got the random null, and he's got a drum. And he went for the 200 health talent. Just made him so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, they had 3 heroes there, and they couldn't really tell. He was like half HP by the time the rest of the team came in, so...
Yeah, I feel like I need to go back and look at some Starladder replays to see what... Because I think there were like 12 OD games in Starladder, and just see what people were choosing. I don't know if this is him specifically reacting to this game, where Boom have a limited amount of damage, and Fnatic aren't really lacking for damage themselves. Plus, he's... Like, every little bit of extra HP he gets is just getting multiplied even more by the damage reduction from Overcharge. So there's like extra value to taking all of that, and I guess that makes the... Plus all the attack speed, makes the attack speed talent pretty unattractive this game.
I mean, they're already doing a significant amount of damage without him.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even really need, like, the lineup is constructed in such a way that they don't even really need Abed to get a ton of stacks and like drop a huge hammer. He can just go for all the survivability talents if he wants, get the 20 strength at 20. That timing is still ticking along. 3.6k gold on Envy towards his Radiance. We got the Solar Crest up on Universe. He can grab solo kills pretty much anywhere. The Gyrocopter does have decent farm, but those 2 initiators still struggling. I mean, Puck still does not even have this blink.
That's a major issue. He is lower than the Night Stalker now, which is never a good sign. Actually, very bad. And I guess it's kind of gone as expected for Fnatic here in game number 1. 18 minutes, 5k lead. Not to say that this, will continue, but all the signs point to yes, that it will. Like you talked about, the Relic is now up for Envy. Universe is still... You might get a kill on FPZ. Relocate comes in. There's the Solar Crest. I don't think they need DJ, but, you might as well bring him in. So they get that kill. It would have been close without them, I guess, but still. Boomer going to smoke up. Immediately broken. That is...
Run by. This is Sentry. Oh, no, there's another Sentry.
He's fine. He's fine. Just get in here and TP. Drop a ward in the meantime.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Good work, Pi.
Value. This is the Pilot Eye lifestyle, the Pilot Eye playstyle. You just run onto the other side of the map. Maybe you live, maybe you die. You probably get a ward up. That ward is super valuable. It's great when they've got the Wisp, especially, right? You see a Gyrocopter farming over here on the left side, and very easily just reload in and find a kill.
These are some deep wards for sure.
They're gonna find he's still just chilling here.
If they had relocated, this would be a dead puck. I'm sure of it, but it's down for another 60 seconds. And Pilot Eye definitely does not have enough damage on his own. Oh no, he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. He's fine.
Did he get orbs?
Yeah, the orb hit him. The Wish Shock was not close enough. It wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
I got a little scared for Pi, but he's.
All right. Well, Blink is finally up for Puck. Can they make a play? Can they make a move? That's the big question in the universe.
Yokum is in
chop
trouble. They're gonna tether in the spirits. Not nighttime. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Well, all that bonus health from the Spirit Vessel saved him. A little bit sad that he had to use his last charge, though.
Yeah, he's the one left.
But I don't think he had to either. He probably could have just, ran it off.
Thank you, Lucas picks up a haste rune, which Pilot Eye will spot. Back up and away. One thing you talked about a little bit that I want to press on further is Gyrocopter's actually top in net worth right now. Dream of Cell has what seems to be, he's already got a Dragonlance working on a BKB now. So that's where they need the damage from, right? They need this Gyrocopter to do a lot of this damage to get things going for Boom ID. Really the one way they can start doing some work in this game. But again, it gets harder once this Radiance comes out for Envy, which is flying as we speak to his bear. Meanwhile, Thank you, Lucas almost gets caught by Pilot Eye, but he blinks away just in time. So
I don't really understand the point of the Dragonlance on Gyrocopter.
Yeah. Maybe tankiness? I don't know.
It helps him with the positioning a little bit, but if he like, a Yasha farms faster, it's an odd one. I don't think there's like really much value to a Pike this game. It is just a kind of a strange item. I guess he's maybe thinking that he needs to like hang a little bit further back, but then there isn't really anybody to frontline for him, unfortunately. So I think in a real fight situation, he's just going to be in the front. Though I also don't know if there's an item that like necessarily saves him. Like, should he have bought a Lincoln's? Probably not. He needs to do damage. Got a BKB up now on him as well.
Yeah. This is a big timing. They're going to try to take this fight 4 versus, I think, 3.
There is a reload available. They can bring him in.
Relocate is available. They've got Pilot Eye. He's dead instantly, immediately. Envy might be next. They need to be careful. War will come out onto Puck, though. No damage really being done, but Universe is doing plenty. They should get the skill here in a moment. They will Dream Coil, but he will die for it. BKB prop for Dream of Cell, and the Bear's trying to entangle him. Bear was stunned up. They're going to use the Death Ward now. Abed, they relocate him out. And just like that, everybody is away from Fnatic. Yeah, they lose Pilot Eye, but they get 2 kills out of it. So, and they're pushing top in the meantime. So they're going to get a tier 2 out of this. That was a pretty great fight from Fnatic, all things considered.
I mean, given that was a 10-second BKB charge used, and they only lost Pi, it was a very nice Savage Roar from Envy. He pushed the Gyrocopter back out of the call down, prevented him from pushing forward, and prevented them from getting the pincer that they were looking for. I also think Fnatic probably could have left Abed there and still continued fighting, but it still worked out fine to reload out and actually just get the tier 2 in the end. And as we're seeing, OD is huge. Plus he's got 40 stolen ints already and a Sanity's Eclipse ready to drop. So Fnatic could even be looking for a fight right now, though. Instead, I mean, this is the timing that I said earlier, right? It's get the Solar Crest, take the Roche, get your Radiance, put your Aegis on your godly OD, and go win the game.
And Boom don't seem to be the wiser. Even if they were, it's too little too late. A 10k lead, they'll smoke immediately out of it. The Radiance was on, and Envy just going to attack out of the smoke. So if you were paying attention to your Boom ID, you know this is happening. They don't seem to be moving back towards their base. They're moving deeper into the enemy jungle, which Universe is going to find and kill someone. They drop a sentry. Hunter the Knight almost gets him out of trouble, but he's going to come back down. Earth gets forced up, actually. Nicely done by St. Lucas. They're going to go with the Burrow Strike. He gets toward Abed. Balanced up. They have the overcharge to work with. Now the Spirit Vessel drops down. Abed still has the Aegis, so he's completely fine. Now Dream of Cell coming in. A lot of damage being done. Black Cannon has got 1. Pilot Eye might be the next Burrow Strike. That'll be on the Universe. He's caught out. The Cast can come in. Dream of Cell gets a double kill. Universe is going to fall. It's 3. It's a triple kill for the Gyrocopter. Very good fight for Boom ID. Finally, the first fight of the game that goes their way, and they do a great job of it, too.
Yeah, they got the they got the nighttime crippling fear off on Abed, and just he couldn't do anything at that point. He's tanky, but once he's silenced, he's pretty much completely removed from the game. They Universe mismicroed a tiny bit. He got a Centaur off of the Call of the Wild summon, and I think could have immediately used it to. I don't know if it maybe got stunned by the cask or something, but didn't continue the follow-up stun onto the Night Stalker.
Pilot Eye, TP's in, about to die. 2 auto attacks. He gets the hex on. Neither the Tangle, maybe the finger will come out. Abed is in, fighting Dream of Cell. Dream of Cell out of mana. Abed going to work. He's going to astral himself and stay alive for now. Now they're going to relocate in. They will take down Pilot Eye finally. DJ trying to find something. Keski's going to go for the TP. The Bear's still chasing. Dream of Cell might get spotted. It looks like he might make it out. And the Spirit Bear,
oh my god, his TP. He doesn't have the mana. He doesn't have the mana.
Roar comes out onto Yokum. Axe is coming in. Got the Solar Crest up.
He's good.
The Bear's still chasing. I'm a little confused. Don't know why there's two-handed Midas on the Spirit Bear. Astral, not even needed. Abed comes and gets the auto attack off. Do you see this? Is it a bug? Am I crazy?
No, maybe Envy just bought double Midas.
All right.
I mean, I don't know why, but there you go.
Well, that's all I have to say about that, I guess.
All right, well, things are back on track for Fnatic. They flubbed that bottom pickoff super hard. Universe, I think, maybe thought that more people were behind him, or the paralyzing cast also messed him up pretty bad.
Envy was in deep, but he is dead. Down for 60 seconds now, so a little too aggressive. Abed might get connected. Does have Aegis. He's going to force himself away. Burst Strike misses, and now that means come in and start auto-attacking. He is, by the way, building a BKB. You talked about the crippling fear in that last fight against Abed. It's not going to be an issue anymore. He's going to have BKB up and do about that.
Yeah, no, once he has BKB, Boom literally do nothing against him. Like, the Gyrocopter can hit him with a few flak charges, and that's about it. So, I think at that point, in theory, I think the game is like already over, but Fnatic are just kind of doing some weird stuff, not really playing together. I don't even know if Boom are necessarily splitting the map that hard. It seems like Fnatic are pretty successfully getting all these lanes pushed in. And they should really just be able to, like, send the Spirit Bear to one lane. It just burns it out. Everybody else can go to one other lane, and then they can just push.
Yeah.
But, well, we'll see. Envy's back up. Did have to resummon his bear, unfortunately, so if it dies again, that could be a little bit concerning.
There he is. Yeah, he's gonna have an axe pretty soon too, which is gonna make things a lot easier for Fnatic in terms of foot push.
I guess.
Becomes impossible to do.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like Fnatic's read isn't that they can't. Maybe they feel like they can't 5-on-5 straight up at the moment. Like, I think maybe they're thinking that the Boom teamfight is just that much better with the AoE disables. Because to my mind, I feel like Envy could just get like a pipe, and then his whole team is unkillable pretty much, and they can just 5-man and win the game. But he's going for this Aghanim Scepter as if they need to kind of have a more ratty angle on things.
They're doing a lot of strange things. I'm not even still sure that this is a real double Midas. I'm not sure this is like a bug or something. I can't even figure it out. I've been looking at the bear for the past like 5 minutes trying to figure out what the hell. I can't, so I'm not going to try to explain.
I mean, you could just all chat like, yo, Envy, do you have 2 Midases?
I don't think Envy would like that very much.
Yeah, probably not. I would guess probably not.
All right. DJ and Universe, they're going to stay together. They've picked up, he's working on what seems an Orchid, in fact, a Bloodthorn for DJ. Reeves working on a Swimmer Cape. Highlight Eyes trying to find Yokum. They're going to set up for gank. This is what we talked about in the draft. You have a line, just getting Earth Spike in. You find an easy kill with Roar coming in with Beastmaster. They're going to try to turn this. Guardian Priest will come in. FBZ's trying to fight this. He needs to be careful, actually. Call down coming in. Highlight Eye. He will get out, but I don't think Universe is going to be so lucky. Dream himself comes through. Oh, the relocate back, and Universe lives with about... He must have had like 25 to 50 HP or something when they relocated him. That is insane. DJ his timing was just there at the right moment, so very close, but no cigar there for Mighty.
Yeah, that's actually really rough. Called unused now. Abed kind of out by himself on the mid lane. Doesn't have the Aegis anymore, but does have his BKB up.
Excellent too. Envy will take them to tier 2. FBZ. Blue's Europe was used, but he's going to blink himself back behind the tower. Envy will start pushing up to the high ground here with the tier 3. Going to get assaulted by this bear at least a little bit. His axe is done when he wants it. He can buy the stats of victory right now. In the meantime, Highlight continues to deal with the top lane, try to keep this wave pushed out. They will lose their tier 1 tower in the meantime. And Dreamicell continues to be the top net worth hero in this game. Him and they kind of switching back and forth, but now working on a Scotty after picking up a Butterfly. And looks like he's going to try to get a Daedalus afterwards, after that Scotty stuff.
The Butterfly is really, really nice for him. His damage is actually quite high at this point. A little bit of harassment out of mid lane, but Abed's going to be fine. Did opt for the 20 strength talent as well, so with strength treads he has over 3k HP. Makes him very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I don't know how you kill him.
Yeah,
other than just chain stunning him.
Certainly not easy.
Universal Shadow Blade. He's under a sensor, though. He might actually be in trouble. War comes out. He's going to pop the BKB, though, and that's pretty much all the damage going on. Deathward will do something. All right, that Sanity just blew everybody up, and Kescu's going to die as well. So that's 2 dead. Universal will try to find more, but immediately they all rotate in. Fnatic were there with the relocate with a couple of DPs, and they will find themselves a couple of big kills. That'll lead maybe into...
Easy.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, well, the tier 2 tower, last outer tower. Again, Envy has an Aghanim Scepter. He's already split pushing. They're going to Dream Coil the Bear. It's pretty tanky. They might be able to kill it. They're going to IO Tether, and they're trying to find DJ. The Bear is going to start burning St. Lucas down with the Radiance. St. Lucas is going to Sandstorm. Do they have detection on DJ? It looks like they do not. First strike up. St. Lucas is going to try to juke. Good Halberd coming in, but they have the Astral to set him up. Another Pearl is ready here in a moment. Savage War comes out at the perfect time, though, and this would be a nice, great kill coming in. And I don't even need Envy there. They just have the Bear tethered both to DJ, and it's more than enough. Abed blinks in. He's going to Astral aggressively. There's still no Gyro for 10. He does have a buyback. Obviously, to use it. They're going to lose another hero. That is going to be a nice tucker down for 6. They have to glitch at this point, but with no Sandkeeper 58, with no Night Stalker 44, this is going to be a very difficult defense, especially against a Beastmaster lone druid. Dreamcell will pop the BKB. The Roar comes out, though. The Bear's going to start doing some work. In the meantime, they kill a hero on the back line from FBZ on the puck. DJ getting a little low, but Dreamcell now out of his BKB timing. Abed needs to be a little careful. He does have his own BKB. He will pop it. Kescu's going to get 3 shots. Dreamcell now needs to run, taking a million damage from these Arcane Orbs, but the Butterfly will keep him alive along with his fast movement speed. But they will still lose the racks in the bottom lane, and Fnatic are 1 step closer to taking this first.
Yep. I said Fnatic win in under 30. Looks like maybe a little bit off on that, but I still think the Boom ID draft is just a little bit... Like a little... I think the big thing is... Ooh, nice. And now the cavalry's arrived.
Yeah, run. Everybody get out. And Dreamcell, Butterfly.
Miss. Yeah.
It's one issue when you're playing OD. You don't really want to have to build MPD or any sort of screw strike, but he's got to exit.
I think my problem partially with the Boom ID draft is that it just doesn't really... They didn't really commit to anything. Like, Gyrocopter is safe, but I don't think he's particularly good this game against what Fnatic are bringing to the table. Sure, he's maybe a little bit better on the Dire side than he is over on the Radiant, but I don't think that's enough incentive to grab him like this. And then even beyond that, the puck pick has just turned out to do very little. He got obliterated in lane. I mean, Pi was up in his face a little bit, so that was part of it, but I think the puck is always going to do not so amazingly against the OD. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass there. I don't know that much about that matchup, but
I mean,
puck struggle
you can
for
say,
sure.
Though, it's Abed.
Yeah, that's the other
right?
thing. It's tough.
We're going to try to make it go into Universe. Immediate counteract Universe. Maybe he will pop it. The Roar will come out. The cast bounce through. Does nothing. Universe still taking a lot of damage though from Dreamcell. The pop the dust. The Golden Cape comes in, but Universe is pretty speedy. It is daytime, mind you. There is no darkness for 48 seconds. DKB pop from Dreamcell, so Pilot I tried finding a blink initiation, and FBZ. Not a great time to detect, but luckily nobody's dead or...
Auto pause. I think Pi is actually alive. DKB wears out in like not even 2 seconds. That's actually that's a 5-second BKB, so it's like 1 second left. So he gets the Hex off. There's a Sanities. Yeah, I think Fnatic are gonna turn this. Meanwhile, Envy's nowhere to be found. His bear is farming creeps, and he's all the way over at mid lane.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. He'll just I think they were pinging, man. I think that was their pings. They were pinging the towers.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I got this. Don't worry. Let me push this building. Fine. FBZ reconnected, disconnected again, so having some issues clearly. Probably related. Not PC related or anything. We'll see. 33 minutes, like you said. Thought this might have been a bit quicker for them given the draft, and it so far has looked pretty damn convincing. They've maybe lost 1 or 2 fights. Dreamcell has really been the big issue. He's the biggest hero on the enemy team. He does a lot of damage. Not enough, though, to carry this game, more than likely. maybe he gets a rapier or something. Not gonna be easy. He might just die right now. Like you turned down by. Go down the drain.
Yeah, unless I think even if Pi is already dead, let's like just remove Pi from the equation. I feel like they might get turned around on, but they can also quite easily. They might also just lose nobody. And DJ does appear to be TPing out. Where's he actually going?
He's got relocate.
Yeah, I don't know what his plan is. He's TPing to go and grab the bear.
The bear,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, right. So he's gonna reload the bear.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep him busy. He'll relocate them into the base. They'll go take another lane. They'll reload them top because it's exposed already.
Yeah.
Or he could just reload it to this fight and they could win the fight. But I think they might also win the. They might also win the fight without
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, the universe is kind of low, so it's gonna have to be Abed versus the rest of them for the most part.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see. All right.
We're
BKB
out, right
out.
There.
Hex him. Up just stunned.
Here's like their Aether one's coming in.
BKB.
Good like from St. Lucas. Abed doesn't BKB. Now he does. Death Orb will come out. He's gonna get Astral immediately. They've got the Hex. That'll be under the puck. The puck is dead. Now they're gonna find Kiskut as well. They did reload the bear, by the way. Rax is gonna get dropped. Vanities was used as well. Abed's killed. Dream of Cell. He's gonna look for more on top of it. Epicenter going. They'll try to find Universe. Big kill for St. Lucas, but the damage is already done. Really, they've already forced the buyback on the Dream of Cell. He's actually he has to buy back just to defend the Gypsy Tower in the mid lane. They've lost 2 sets of Rax now, and a buyback force from the Gyrocopter is not a good sign. So Fnatic are pretty much one fight away from winning. In fact, they almost get another kill in the top lane under the Sand King. Abed gets there just a half second too late. His Io has the Heart of Trask. That's how you know things are going pretty damn well. So, yeah.
I posed the question, do they win the fight or do they take the lane of Rax? It turns out that the correct answer is both. So, there you go. Fnatic, I mean, they're so far ahead. 32k net worth lead.
This is an insane number. Even if you were to get a Rapier onto the Gyrocopter plus whatever other damage he needs, it's not going to be enough. There's just too much.
Yeah. No,
it's almost impossible at this point, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, just to secure it, just for good measure, Fnatic into the Roshan pit. It is, Travis, we've answered your question. It has been 2 Midases this whole time. Look on Envy right now, there's one. I guess he's just been keeping them on the bear for the attack speed this whole time. Yeah. I don't know how that affects the cooldown for your main hero. I guess
he's been using it on his main hero and his throw or something. That's the only reason I can see him doing it.
Sometimes the timer was like half a second desynced.
Yeah.
That was like the only evidence that I had that it was actually 2 Midases.
That's what I thought too. I was like, okay, this is half a second desynced. It has to be. I thought it was a bug for like the longest time until I saw it.
Alright. Fight on your shrine, boom. Let's go.
Abed. Okay, well, he's got BKB and Agents. I'm sure it's fine. They're already dropping down here and stuff pretty low. He has to pop his BKB. Now they'll turn their attention to other heroes. Universe is going to just fight them. Don't even have Roar. They don't even need it. Dream of Cell's BKB is gone. There's the Savage Roar. That is a dieback, and that will be GG called. Boom ID will lose game 1. Fnatic go up 1-0 in this best of 3. 1 game closer to playing against PT in our next game. Not much else to say about this. I think we've said most of what we needed to say for the most part, given the draft and all we talked about.
Yeah, and I mean, Fnatic, I don't think necessarily